So is it okay then for white people to be pro-segregation as well?
What happens when radio host Jesse Lee Peterson sits down with a pro-segregationist black woman for a no-holds-barred debate? In this explosive conversation, they clash over crime, religion, family, marriage, and the deep cultural divides shaping America today. The tension is real, the arguments are raw, and nothing is off the table. Watch closely, think critically, and when you're done, like the video, share it with a friend, and drop your thoughts in the comments below.
White supremacy a lot, and psychology, the psychology of the black oppression. Cynthia, welcome back.
Thank you. I'm actually glad to be here. How are you doing?
All is well. I appreciate you coming back.
In order to understand the psychology of black oppression, you have to look at the pathology of the people who are perpetuating black oppression, and that is white supremacists. And the interesting thing of it is when we talk about making America great again and uniting the races, which isn't really going to happen anytime in the foreseeable future, it's interesting how we can mention those things without breaking down the pathology of white supremacy and those who have divided the races, which is white supremacists.
And how are white people doing this? Give us a couple examples of what white people are doing to blacks to oppress them, and why are black people so weak that they allow this to happen?
Well, I wouldn't say the question would be, why are black people so weak? The question will be is, why is white supremacy so diabolical and savage to where black people would have to exist in this position? Now, the thing of it is you can't say weak. I was born into this system. I need not do anything but be born to reap the consequences of a system of white supremacy that was put in place before I was even conceived or thought about being conceived. So that doesn't have anything to do with black people being perceived as weak. The ones who are weak are those who need the system of white supremacy, which are white supremacists, who only need to be born and continue with their innate mentality in order for white supremacy to thrive.
So
it's very systemic.
What are white people doing? Give us something that they are doing to you people to oppress you.
So you know what a system is, right? And how an infrastructure works.
What is a system? What is a system?
A system is when you have employment discrimination. A system is when you systematically funnel black people into disenfranchised, economically stagnant areas. It's when you take away jobs, when you don't educate, you indoctrinate a attitude of inferiority.
Okay.
It's a whole entire structure.
So what
the foundation of the country is black oppression. There wouldn't be an America without it.
So are you calling the system the white people? Are the white people the system?
They benefit from it, so absolutely.
And so what are they doing to you people to oppress you within that system? What are they doing?
I just told you, and all of the data corresponds with it. They're perpetuating employment discrimination. They're perpetuating economic discrimination. They're literally screening people based on their names to find out ones that sound black so that they cannot hire them. And that's what they're doing. I just told you they're funneling black people by taking away opportunities from them. They're doing the prison, the school to prison pipeline, mass incarceration. Like the fact that just even by virtue of this recent FBI sending out a list calling black people black identity extremists, but within a week period, you just had 4 white people do mass shootings. Still haven't been labeled terrorists, though. So that's pretty systemic.
Women so weak that if the white man refused to hire them or does not want to bring them into their own private company, why can't black men do their own things? Why do they feel that white people are supreme over them? Why can't black people do their own thing? Black men should be able to start their own businesses. Why can't they do that?
Oh, you mean like Black Wall Street when white people went and burned it down?
Why can't
Rosewood when white people went and burned it down? You mean like establish it like that?
In 2017, what's wrong with black men and women that they can't start their own businesses.
They live in a system of white supremacy and sabotage that they were born into. So you do realize at the foundation of this country was white supremacy. It was built upon Black oppression, exploiting Black people, limiting them from opportunities, completely eliminating them from economic opportunities while benefiting off of their hard work. You do realize nothing can deviate from its foundation, right?
And so if that's true, I don't believe, I know it's not true, but I know it's not true, but if it was true.
What's not true?
Back in the good
Jesse,
old,
what's not true?
Back in the good old days when boys were boys and men were men, and things were worse for blacks in that the laws were not protecting them, why were they able to build Wall Street, and why were they able to build black universities and other black-owned businesses in the country back then, but they can't do it now?
Well, first we have to get into a mutual reality. Black people are not protected by the law. My bigger question is because you have this pathology for the Black community, and that's fine. I'm still waiting for you to explain to me, why is it that white people have all of these opportunities and they still engage in extreme terrorism and degenerate behaviors? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Cynthia G, you mentioned Black Wall Street and black businesses back then. Why were they able to do it back then, but they can't do it today?
Because you were in segregation. So Black people were, which I'm very fond of. I think we should go back to that. But you had segregation where Black people for a small period were left alone to an extent and were able to actually do that. Now you have integration, and now you just have Black people's talent and work being exploited. And you have them not able to get business loans, not able to get the licensing that they need to. When they do put up a business, then they have to face being sabotaged. So you have the same situation going on now.
And so if that's true, that back then they were able to do it because of integration, and that meant that blacks were superior, and they were segregation. That meant black people were smarter, they were wiser, they had to do it, so they did it. And if that's true, why did they have forced integration, knowing that that would take away their strength and their talent to be independent people?
Well, you're assuming that they knew that that was going to take away their strengths. When they were going for the civil rights movement and integration, they didn't think that that would take away their strengths. They actually thought that that would make them stronger and alleviate some of the racial injustices that they were going through. That's what they thought. Now, I believe that was a mistake 100%. I'm all for separation. I think we should go back to separation because integration isn't beneficial, it doesn't work.
You're pro-segregation?
I am, absolutely. I think it's something we should go back to.
So is it okay then for white people to be pro-segregation as well?
White people are, regardless to what I deem as okay, regardless to what the law deems as okay, white people are going to think and act in accordance to what they believe is okay. So it doesn't really matter
but
what I think.
I'm asking you as a pro-segregation believer, is it okay and right for white people to be pro-segregation as well?
They absolutely can, as long as they're not benefiting from black labor and talent. Absolutely.
888-7753-773. Quick break. Amazing stuff.
That wraps up this intense debate with Jesse Lee Peterson and his guest, covering hard truths about crime, religion, family, marriage, and cultural division. Whether you agreed or disagreed, the goal is open conversation and critical thinking. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.